welcome to episode 9 of the Necromant Schall mods run with a 5 times research multiplier and 5% pollution dispersion, which is why things are all over the place. This is just big cloud, not very dense, just goes a long way. Last time, I think it extended the solar again, but we're still doing like finite hand filling of the solar, and that's as far as the green chips we hand fed it have done a thing, so we won't worry about those for now. And we've got more oil here, which I still haven't tapped, but whatever. And yeah, we're kind of okay. The starter patches are really starting to run down. We are short of copper. In fact, this is buffering here, which means I'm putting too much in the left. So let's just quickly also change how that little bit of spaghetti works. Not nearly enough iron. Like this is basically a whole belt. Oh, okay, half a yellow belt going into steel furnaces, and then the other 3 lanes are kind of making a belt of iron between them, which is why everything is kind of sad. Kind of needs to go a bit better, which is why we are standing down here at this iron mine to put a bunch more iron mining down. Actually, the other thing I realized is this little chicane here got tidied up a bit. These belts are now in a different configuration for reasons we'll get to later. It's going to be kind of important for me to have a straight piece there, but I think I actually want to stop sucking all of the stone off the belt. I think at this point I want some of the stone to get back through here because I need it to make walls to make military science. Actually, these guys don't need to exist here either, and I've got... Yeah, this wall means this area is completely safe, so I could actually just take... Let's have bots take these walls back, and then at some point I'll feed these into the military science. That's fine. Then, yeah, mining outposts. The way we're going to build mining outposts, because we got this from a mod, and it makes some things good, it makes some things awkward. This is a giant new mining drill. You can see it's got a huge coverage area. The higher tiers of this, like I can currently build the tier 2 versions, except that I don't have that much steel. So this is one of the things we're addressing. I've got everything else. I just don't have that much steel. And actually I will need quite a few more electric engine units as well, but yeah, the ranges get even bigger, and they've got like more module slots, and if we compare the raw numbers of these things, 400 pollution, 15 mining per second, which is basically a full yellow belt. So you would either have to put this into a splitter or into red belt to be able to even get everything out, and even then you would miss some of it because of the productivity. Whereas these guys are 10% pollution, 10 pollution a minute, 5.5 mining speed. So these new big ones are 40 times as polluting and 30 times as mining speedish, sure, whatever. But if we can throw efficiency modules in here, and then these numbers get wild. Now we've got 8 times as much pollution as normal mining, and then this 30 times more ore coming out, which is a reduction of our mining pollution by like a factor of 8 or something. But the thing is, I need to be polluting the bases to pick up all the things that I need to continue working on stuff. So I don't think I want to be not polluting, or at least not yet. That said, I've still got some giant stashes of these brains, and the DNA is still... Yeah, we've got a lot of DNA sitting in a couple of different places, and then this train over here also has more, and the military science, doesn't have the wall that it wants. So I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do something like this. So this is... I mean, going from 20 to 24% productivity is still kind of okay. It's a bit more. It'll bump the numbers. It'll mean we get more free stuff out, and the mining patches will last longer, which is nice. But we're now on 336 pollution per minute per miner, nearly 15. So this in comparison to a normal miner, this is about 30 times as big as a normal miner. But the thing is, we're also not going to make one of them. We're going to actually figure out where this all lines up with rail, and mine it directly onto wagons. So if we do something like this, and then if I have... I'm going to lay this all out once, just to kind of figure out where things go. And then, is that true? I might end up doing just the version that I end up using. Because the thing that I realize that ties into things later is if these are kind of in the middle of these wagons, then first of all, actually I didn't want them to be there either, did I? I kind of wanted them to be back a bit, but that gives me a nice spacing where I can figure out, okay, let's at least put one of these. But also I wanted 2 locomotives here, so this guy's actually going to have to be forwards a bit more. Like here, is here a good spot? Yeah, that's a good spot. So I can have 2 locomotives and then a bunch of wagons. 5, 6. I think the 7th one is actually going to be necessary here to get all the mining on both sides. In fact, yeah, I'm probably still moving these around afterwards anyway, I don't, never mind. So, if these guys are here, yeah. Oh no, we need to not power these yet, because otherwise I'm going to fill up these train stations with... Yeah, because I wanted to kind of try and keep these in the middle of the train. In fact, yeah, the reason for that other power pole was to work on the spacing. Because I think if these things go like this gives us kind of the spacing we want. And these things are like not particularly visible as ghosts, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, let's get this thing and put it, okay, mirror it and put it here, and then there, and then also so I've actually only got 3 on each side, so the 7th one isn't that big of a deal, and this almost covers all of it. It misses this bit over here, and actually it misses this bit down. Yeah, I do actually need the 7th, don't I? But the question is, can I get this without getting the copper? But also, I don't know that I mind. Yeah, I don't think I would have minded if it was if I was going to put some copper in there, because I was probably going to do that anyway. Yeah, get rid of these ghosts, and so we're going to have these kind of giant mining outposts. So this is going to force us to use some different techniques in a variety of other ways, because the outside mining, in fact this one here is also not great, the outside mining drills are going to run out faster than these ones in the middle. So these 3 are going to be here for a while. Then we've got this other stuff on the edge that I don't know really that we're doing anything with it. I think I'm actually going to be kind of cheeky and also just throw that there, because this guy doesn't quite cover all of it. This one has, you know, a couple of tenths of thousands. This one has a lot more than that, and I think we're going to be, yeah, that's going to be what we do. So let's see if we can line this stuff up, and we're just going to have this, like, this is going to be, I didn't actually want them there, did I? Because the thing is that this spot here is also a good spot for, if I eventually, which I don't yet, but if I have a beacon right here, this will boost all 3 of these guys, which is a good move given how much value we're getting just from one of these machines. So that's a thing we're going to do later. We're going to end up beaconing our mining, which is pretty cool. But for the moment, we also want to get one of these productivity modules each, just to get more stuff out, and then a couple of efficiency modules each. And now we have, yeah, this mining speed 14.25 plus the productivity bonus means that the actual amount of mining, like this is now happening at about 7 belts of mining. We've just put about 7 belts of mostly iron mining down, which is kind of wild and kind of cool. But it means that we're going to be bottlenecked by trains for a while. So we're going to have... Then we also need to figure out how... A, how we buffer all these trains, and then B, how we mine this copper, because we're probably doing that as well. The other thing... Yeah, I should have done that first, Never mind. These guys are just going hard. It's fine. The other thing I need to do is, oh yeah, these guys need some fuel. I gave away all that coal. Give me some coal. That button. So the question is, how am I fueling these? And I think, do I have... I can build a filter inserter. Yeah, this is such a dumb trick. We're absolutely doing this. We're going to filter insert this for coal. And we're almost certainly going to get some... We're actually not going to get much coal out of that, are we? It's like 29,000 units. Anyway, this we can run up here, and we can have... Because I also kind of want to cache some of this. Yeah, so if we do... If we do dumb tricks like this... Yes, this is going to be pretty terrible. But also I want to like limit each of these things. And then we can have other inserters... Not there, as it turns out. Other inserters, yeah, so now we've got some kind of automatic coal filtering. I mean, we're going to... Yeah, that's the wrong... Actually, I think these ones probably want to be larger tolerances, because these are the ones that are also feeding the front wagon. Okay, so we've got a dirty, nasty hack for feeding... Yeah, for fueling these trains. We've also got the other bit of rail over here, which connects it to the rest of the network. And yeah, these ones are going to be... This is going to be chain out, right? Because by the time we're going on the network, we're back in the network. We want to be chain signaling things because all the intersections are chain signals and all of that kind of faff. So that's got to be a chain there. This, yeah, we don't need that yet, but we will soon. And then we've got to put some more parking in somewhere. Actually, this is... I've got a blueprint for this, which is like here. But I don't think I'm going to need these ones. I probably should have actual blueprints for three-way intersections and stuff like that as well. All of those can go away, and then that one can do whatever. Okay, so am I actually going to blueprint these? Maybe. This also means that I don't actually need this chain signal here at all, because I've got them like right here. Okay, so that's fine. That one is not fine, however, because this one still only wants to be one-way track. Okay, fine. We'll just go and build the rest of this stuff. Do I ever need to go? I might need to go this way. It's kind of unlikely. But the thing we've got to build over here is then... Yeah, so this is now a train on the network. We don't have... It's not, actually not on the network. I just noticed one of those is a ghost. Oh, there's other ghosts in the middle of that one. There is a ghost. Okay, fine. Getting rid of the ghosts. Nice little rail exorcism. Give me my car back. So this guy, what is this? Yeah, so here we're just going to have... rename the stop, and given that it's an iron ore and other stuff, we're just going to give it the iron ore icon. And this train is going to be at here until inactivity, which is kind of... Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird, because any of, like, I bet this wagon isn't actually full. Yeah, this wagon isn't full because it's not full on coal, stone, iron, or copper, but I bet this miner is trying to give it uranium. Yeah, so this is also a kind of a weird mod thing, and thing we're going to have to deal with, because we're getting a lot of our uranium as byproduct. There's going to be one of the next things to deal with, but it means that we can't go on full trains. Also, because this miner is going to run out much faster than this miner, we can't run it on full trains either. So we're going to be doing that on inactivity. I should probably be doing... I gave away my car fuel, didn't I? No, I've got some of the stuff. Okay, so do I want... Where else are we going? I don't think I'm going to have anything else in this area at all. So I'm pretty happy declaring that all of this entire loop from here down is actually just going to be train parking, probably for both of these. So with that in mind, actually, let's throw down... I mean, I don't have personal roboports. I have roboports on my person with a lot of bots. And and some storage chests, because we want this to kind of go across, and then yeah, let's not hit any of hopefully is that, I don't think that's destroying the cliffs, but it's fine. Okay, so you guys also want all my rail and all my signals. Yeah, and then I do need another one a little bit further down here just to get range on the other stuff. Because the plan now is I should signal these things first. This, oh, I gave away the signals. Cool. This being what is called a stacker means that I'm actually happy for trains going in here, but then for other reasons, I need some chains as well. Other reasons, because this parking is going to end up being for 2 different rail stations, I kind of don't want them to be taking this piece, because it might end up, yeah, we got to go in multiple directions for that. But now we've got a piece of rail going in that's signaled on both sides, and so I can have more rail, right? I don't think I need, I mean, maybe I will need that many, who knows. They need cliff explosives. I've got cliff explosives. I'm down here, I can just do this. And yeah, we're now going to have, we've now got rail loop, we've got parking for the rail loop, we've got, if I put another train signal in here, then they'll be able to get in here faster, but also I won't be able to beacon it later, so I don't think I'm going to bother doing that. Yeah, and now we've got a lot more rail stuff going on, don't we? And we need all these bots to come back. We've got to pick all that up. Okay, so this is pretty fine. Actually, there were some other things I was going to do, wasn't it? Like the other thing I was going to do, because the main base is also kind of short of copper, is this is copper mining over here, isn't it? This counts as copper mining. I've got a ton more of these things than I need. And I kind of don't care about the stuff that's kind of on the edge of, yeah, this little, like, we're going to take this off when we get to actually mining copper, which I don't know when that will be, to be honest. Maybe I also just run the copper line over here. Maybe this one diverts down and up through here, who knows. But the point of this was going to be, can I run it through? I can. Amazing. I mean, this is gonna affect my ability to get a second mining station, but also the first mining station is, already going to be able to give me a good six belts out if I can get the train capacity through it. Okay, so I need to bring you guys more rail, but I also kind of don't care yet, and you can just come back with me for a moment because we got other stuff to do. In particular, yeah, so we've got, these guys they should not be within any construction range, right? I'm pretty sure I turned all that off. Yeah, so those guys aren't going to come later, but I have to bring them more stuff. So now we're not making this landfill, so the stone is going back to the base. We're also topping up this line with stuff from a copper station, so we're getting more copper back to the base when all these miners run out. We've also got a train, which we now want to figure out how to drive this thing. We basically need, and I think it's going to go over here in the middle of these trees. We need a station. I hope I'm on this train, aren't I? Yeah, I am on this train. I should have left another train. Okay, manual. This is not too dangerous. I was already in this intersection. There's not going to be so much of a big deal of other trains turning up, trying to do yeah, trying to use the same segments as me because I was kind of already there. And I also don't want to go back into the station because I want to be able to take this train full of mostly iron and leave it there, and then throw another 2 trains here. And yeah, we still got more trains than this, so this is fine. And these will kind of automatically fuel in this kind of nasty way that we set up. So this is a wide collection of bad ideas, but it's fine. It's gonna run for a bit. Actually, this guy's getting everything there. Then there's a bit over here that also, yeah, we're quite possibly moving this around then a bit. But this should be, yeah, this guy's not. Yeah, so we're kind of, yeah, whatever. That train will fuel. We'll give it the same scheme as this one when we get around to actually making the stations work. How are the labs doing? Are the labs mostly happy? They don't seem like they're mostly happy. They are not happy because red science is fine, this science is fine, blue science is not fine because I don't have red chips, but I could also just feed. I might just feed those back in because I don't really need. I've got a lot of stuff I don't need at this point. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and manual. Yeah, you just hog that intersection for a bit. I mean, the trash stations are down here. This means that. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't even block everyone from getting to the trash stations because they can all go the other way around. So that's completely fine. Give me some of this fuel because we want to just go and get. You know, but it does mean I don't have to worry about this train moving. This train has also still got stuff in it. Yeah, we'll just do a bit of a drive down here. We'll get all of these red circuits, of which we have many. Don't really have a whole lot of. Okay, I've got a lot of wood though, which can go over here, so that's fine. And then, yeah, so the solar panels have run out of this. Actually, let's just quickly address that as well. If I give you guys just a couple more each. How many is that? 15 each. So you guys have got another 6 and another. Yeah, I think I manually cancelled about 30 solar panels, which means I could go put them back pretty happily. So those guys are all going to be doing their thing. Okay, so that's all my red circuits gone. Fine. What other processing do I want? I will eventually. Yeah, I think we're in the space of just getting things that I don't really need but will be useful. So these will be useful because we're going to do space science. I don't know that this actually goes anywhere because I don't have the other mods because reasons. This, it does let me build a bunch of other things. DNA from bones or flesh. I've already kind of got enough DNA from brains, DNA from chitin, DNA from enriched bones. I don't know if the rates of these things end up any better than what I'm doing from brains, but the fireball artillery towers are still these. I think these don't even take artillery towers. That's insane. Okay, we're probably not using them for a while because they're kind of busted good, but we're still going to do this thing because it's going to be useful later. And then what else do we want? Maybe laser damage, and then we're into needing to get purple text on lines to go to things like beacons and automation 3 and prod mods and stuff like that. But you know, we've got a bit of research to do for a little while. And also, once we've got one mining outpost on, oh hi, there's a train. I did mention that those were going to be. I also like the way this train station is fueled. It's extremely bad. Yeah, we're gonna presume that we're mostly safe. Yeah, good job checking the map as you announced that you were mostly safe. Okay, so this thing. Actually, I don't want the train to be going this way at all. It's gonna go straight through because we're going to build another train station. Yeah, there isn't space here for the size of train station that I want. I think I'm lining these train stations up over here, which means that we're going to use a kind of similar pattern to this, as in bad. This we can have, like, I think I've still got some amount of. I don't have some amount of landfill on me. Did I put the landfill in one of these chests? So down here somewhere, we've got 1.5k landfill and storage there, so that's fine. And we've got more wall coming through, so that's fine. We'll turn some of this back on again. Getting enough stone for purple science is going to be super interesting, especially with military science at the same time. But we are at least making walls again. We've got still a lot of rails, a lot of furnaces to make things work. Not so concerned about that. But yeah, this you're going to have to figure out here. I think we're going to do that. We're going to landfill. That wasn't actually landfill, was it? Is this bit landfill? That bit's not landfill. Where have I landfilled things? I landfilled things down here. That's landfill. So this is all going to want to go. And then we're going to need more Robovore coverage, which can be... Can it be here? Where is my station going to go? Yeah, these are still going to be chain out because we are leaving the network. Sure. And then this wreck is still kind of in the way. I think I might even take it underneath. Yeah, I think we're taking it. We'll take it off. If I'm taking it off that side, then I also need some of these to go away, which is fine because we've got enough. Okay, rail station. Rail station can go. Yeah, rail station can go here, and then I don't actually have the. Yeah, we got to do this with these guys anyway. But that's fine. Over here-ish, I guess. I guess that's going to work. We'll figure out how to make it work. It'll be fine. We'll just play on those rails as well because I'm pretty sure that we don't have to worry about any dudes turning up. Okay, so that's going to get built. This, do I actually want? I don't know now whether I want, because this one might also just want to be the fuel station. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this one the fuel station, and this train here. This is going to be the smelt face fuel station, and this train down. Actually, this is. Yeah, this still needs to be double-sided because it's bringing the stuff from the other place. But this one wants to be. Wait, what did I even call that? What is the station? Charcoal. Okay, that makes a degree of sense. And then to the smelt face fuel station, which doesn't have a way yet. But I don't even know. I think I want this to. Yeah, so I'm not going to have a buffer at the smelt face fuel station. So this is going to be inactivity or time, not inactivity or inactivity or time passed of, say, 300 seconds. Actually, not inactivity, empty cargo. This could run into some problems if I'm not producing as much as I need. But then this one is going to be full cargo or time past a minute. A minute is quite a lot of loading, and this is all going to go kind of badly, but it's going to be fine. Then yeah, because if this is, then I want. Oh, actually, I've got this kind of pattern is also the same kind of pattern. In fact, does this line up here with the rail segments that I've got? It does not. Okay, what we're going to do about that is we're going to pull this back 2 things, so I can just copy and paste this stuff and have it fit, because that's going to be how we deal with this. Do I want these to be... Actually, for these ones, I do want this to be... I guess I do want these to be stack inserters. I don't think I'm ever going to need that much of it, though. So I think what we're doing is... We'll pull this back to 4 stack inserters. And then, yeah, this was the pattern I wanted to use when I was unloading the iron, which is still like waiting in the train elsewhere, but whatever. These guys can go like this. This is not going to unevenly load from these 2 carriages, but I also kind of don't care. Actually, should I care? I probably should care, given that this is evenly loading into both carriages. Okay, fine. So maybe I care. In which case, this still does this, but then lane balances? Yeah, so now this is evenly drawing from both carriages. That's fine. The main thing I wanted to do is also figure out where... Okay, so I've got the power pole on that as well. Yeah, we'll have one of these things here. This is going to be a different... This is going to be smelt face iron. You know, mostly iron. There's going to be other stuff in that as well, but that's fine. This also needs to continue, and this actually needs to be large enough to have this train on it. But then I also need to... Okay, so I think this lane of this rail is straight up just going to continue into... Except if I've got multiple train stations, and I'm quite possibly having... Yeah, actually this is a good point. This one here is going to be... Actually, this one here possibly also wants its own entrance coming the other way around for other reasons. Maybe we also end up going out the other way around the lake, whatever. This one is going to get a train stop limit of, I think, 3... Maybe only 2, maybe 3? Who knows? I think we'll go with 3. But then we want more of... Actually, let's do the rest of this first. And for this, we do want most of the rest of the unpacking stuff like... It's still not really like that, is it? I probably still want to do it differently. But I do want... Yeah, can we get... Will this train fit vertically in here? Because if it is, then... actually, I don't think I'm going to do that anyway. I think I'm going to do... Yeah, we can shimmy it a bit around this forest and then put the parking through the forest and have more of these things like here. Pretty sure the bots have this stuff. Bots are not complaining about having things or whatever. Let's just like briefly check on that wall. It's almost certainly fine. It is, you know, completely fine. This tower is... I didn't even make this a pickup tower 2 yet. Whatever. It's picking up stuff. We've got to give that a train station as well. Whatever. The bots should be on their way to build this, right? I mean, they'll all go... Yeah, there's just got this one going faster. That will go... That now everyone will be turning up here to build this thing. But the thing I wanted to check first is to drive this train down here and figure out how much more space I need if this is going to be train parking. It is actually a bit more space, isn't it? But also, if I have other stations up here... Yeah, I think I just need... I think this area here actually needs to be this train parking. Okay, fine. And then this one, who knows what that entrance is doing. I could make... Actually, this is much better. Yeah, this is an even worse plan. We're absolutely doing this. The one going up is going to be the train parking. Yeah, we're actually going to do... I'm actually going to kind of size this station. Why didn't I... Oh yeah, because I need to turn to the right to turn there, because it's in the same orientation as the train. We're going to put the train the wrong way in the station for now, just to figure out how much space I need. And I need about that much. And then here can be the entrances to all of these various stations. So that's a kind of gross way of doing that I'm pretty happy about. And these are all going to end up the same segment for now, but we'll signal this later. Okay, so that's how much space... Wait, is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's give these a bit more space, because I might want to put 8-length trains in when I have, you know, other sized mining patches that don't quite do the hey, here's only just enough to fill like 7 things with it. Okay, and then because... Oh wait, this needs to be even longer, doesn't it? Because the plan... Okay, so I guess at the moment, because everything is bad, like I do want to take this further back and have more trains out the way there as parking specific to each station. But the thing we're going to do at the moment is we're going to figure out how, and this is why this robot port is here. Am I already on? I am. This thing... Yeah, this is... I also don't have a radar there, cool. That's about how far we need to take all of this parking. How far does this robot port reach? Actually, almost just to the place we've already been. Okay, fine. I'll have another one, like, that's going to be in the way. We'll put it over here. Okay, so let's do that as well. We can probably get that further. Yeah, but it's ugly if we put it further. Okay, to be honest, it's temporary anyway. Rubber port goes here-ish. Okay, so now we can have this thing. Yeah, if this is all one way that wasn't, yeah, and it's still within construction range. It's actually no longer within construction range. But the idea is that, and we also need to demolish. Yeah, okay, we don't need to go that far. We don't need to destroy any of those cliffs. But if here is as far as I need this thing to go, then this is going to be how our train parking lives. And yeah, we're gonna need another rubber port over here because I don't really feel like, I mean, also I don't actually have the rail on me at the moment, and we're kind of running down the rail supply. But basically, let's also do rail signals will be what we want to go here. Yes, and then a chain signal to go on the way out over here, and then I should be able to grab all of this, which is going to be my train parking for the smelt face, and do a similar kind of thing, and have lots of parking. Okay, so that's where the trains are going. How many is this? That's 20% of my stack of rails. Okay, fine. But with all of that done, this train should then get a path to this. Let's get rid of, and where's smelt face iron? Empty cargo. So as soon as the bots build, yeah, like this, unless I ball some of this up, which is also a possibility, the bots should build all of that, and then we should have a train arriving down here. Yeah, and it's going, it's fine. This is what should be happening. So now we've just got to figure out how and where, and I think we're doing, yeah, we do want to do something a lot more like this in this case. We want to, because like, I don't really value, it's kind of, okay, whatever. Okay. I don't really value putting all this stuff in boxes, given that there's just a random mash of whatever. But what we are going to do is... Actually, I think also all these want to be fastened sodas rather than stacking sodas. The bots can also just bring these in and help me with this stuff. And yeah, this is just going to be, you know, more of this. And then more of this. But I think these last ones also just want to be, they want to be, in fact, maybe all of these last 4 want to be normal inserters, like that. And then we'll grab this as well, we'll flip this over, we'll put it here, somewhere we have, yeah, these things, which don't actually give you audio clues when you put those things in, whatever. Okay, so this is going to give us 2 lanes of, you know, stuff. I'm going to get this out of the way fairly quickly because I've also got to get train fuel in here, which is kind of what this was about. Yeah, train fuel can go in here just fine. We can go under here, we can go, like, yeah, you can take from here, and then you can go in there, and you can go, I could even do that with a box, But I think this is going to be, the nature of this train parking here will be that we'll get enough stuff out of that. That's not really going to be a problem. So it's got a bit of fuel as soon as it's. I mean, I say as soon as it's going, but it's also not going anywhere for a while because we've actually got to unpack this first, which is also fine. So this one goes like this. This one goes. And if I do this in a kind of repeatable way, then I should be able to get. That goes there. Do bots even have? Do bots even have these power poles? I don't know that they do. Have I also... Running out of belt, running out of inserters. Okay, cool. I guess I've got some of these things. Bots can have these, bots can have these. Because, yeah, guys, I can make more of them. There we go, handcrafting. Like 12 hours into a run, and we're handcrafting some inserters. That's cool, isn't it? That's things that people like. This is... Yeah, this is going to have to go... Because the things I want more stations like this. Also, things I do want include rail segments. Let's put one here and here. This one doesn't really... Actually, no, this is because yeah, the whole point of this being longer was that I might have longer trains in here at some point. Wait, if the whole point is that I'm having longer trains in here at some point, then I should support having longer trains in here at some point. So let's do that, and then yeah. So these ones will kind of more like less enthusiastically unload stuff because they've got the regular inserters, but these ones will like be quite enthusiastic about unloading stuff when it gets to be their turn. But they probably, yeah, as long as I can get 2 belts of this stuff off, I'm kind of fine. I don't even think I care about lane balancing it. But we've got to get. Can I get? I can't. Can I? I'd have to either have reds, or I would have to kind of have. So where does it fit? Fits there. Fits there. Does not fit there. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Is how that's going to work. And this also I like. For irrelevant aesthetic reasons, I kind of like putting that back underground again. So actually this train here, did I not? I must have not actually changed that name properly. I thought I had a smelt face fuel station that I did not properly name. Okay. Smelt face. Maybe I destroy the station and put it back again afterwards. But now this one, yeah, should be able to. Yeah, it's going to do a thing. Cool. So we're going to have a train turn up. It's going to refuel this train. This train, give me back your coal, because you don't actually need the coal anymore. You will be entirely powered by biter corpses. These guys still need stuff, and then we've got 2 belts of somewhat iron. That actually lined up really well with the rope before, didn't it? That's entirely accidental. And we've got to figure out how to get these 2 belts of somewhat iron. We've got to filter them again. We've got too much coal. Yeah, this is supposed to be what's happening. This is fine. We'll use this as, in fact, this line here is straight up just the one that wanted to be this stuff. So we can do that. I don't think, but maybe not yet, because otherwise we won't run down the coal buffer, because we kind of want to run down the coal buffer, and I think the only way to do that is going to be getting more copper into the red chips, or making grenades. Yeah, this is all... Oh, this is blocked on green science because I don't have iron. Yeah, stop looking at that and actually get the things done. It's more important. So we've got to filter out... We kind of again need to filter out all the things that we don't want. Am I doing this with the same pattern? Maybe. Do I have the undergrounds and belts to be doing with this with the same pattern? Maybe not. I think what I'm actually going to do is we're just going to go, here's a splitter that will take iron on one side. And then, given that this is an iron supply, and given that this one is an iron supply, that's, you know, we've got that iron turning up. It's now getting poked into the build. That's fine. I would like to put the other iron, I guess, here. Yeah, if it goes in here, like this is blocked with the coal, which is a thing we can worry about later. And then also the rest of this is blocked with not iron. So that's cool. But the thing I do know is that if I do iron here on the left, that should be almost all of the iron that has somewhere to go. And then we'll do something like that. So that's still a bit of spaghetti. And now we've got this belt here. Let's actually do that on the other side. Then we've got this belt here of non-iron stuff. And I've actually kind of got... I need to go back down here for the copper, don't I? Which is a bit of a shame. But everything else could get put into... like this splitter? Is this going to give me... I think we're gonna go for that. I think it's going to be kind of terrible. In fact, in that case, I did actually want this to be iron on the other side. Because this is going to go here, and this is going to go through here. Yeah, this is pretty awful, isn't it? And then this also does not deal with priority at all. But this means I can go. Yeah, this is such a disaster. This is going to back up badly, isn't it? Wait, where's but it's then putting stone in. This is then also extending stone through to here, so that's not what I want to be doing. So I guess what I do is I put a thing here that does stone on the right. Yeah, this is fine, isn't it? Then how do I get the stone to here? And I think the answer is this guy doesn't want to exist anymore. And with that in mind, it's actually super easy. Yes, we've got, I think I saw some non-stone, yeah, so we've had some non-stone stuff going through there, which is fine. This stuff is, that buffer is so close to being full. But yeah, so we've got a lot more stone coming through. We've got iron in a number of places. We've got copper. So we've now got train supply, and this is really bumping up the steel allocation, isn't it? In that case, I probably want this to be output right, and this to be, yeah, all of these ones want to be right. Which will mean that, yeah, this is fine. Are you complaining about no path yet? You're not. Are you complaining about all this stuff not being built? That's also kind of fine, but we should have... Yeah, so we're up to about, like, nearly one full lane. I think this is the run where I messed up the number of furnaces, isn't it? Yeah, we've only got 22 furnaces in a line, that's fine. This is kind of half, so we're kind of up to 2 lanes of iron supply and a whole lane of steel. And if we could get those other things... Oh, we're going to crash again, aren't we? Because we're actually not going to have the... Yeah, we're not actually going to have the train going back to the station unless we... Yeah, I think we're fine to run across here. We're not actually going to have the train returning to the station to collect more mining unless all of this stuff is also in place. So I guess we help with this. And then also these things, which I don't have. Because I don't have... Did I... The bots also just don't have them. Okay, cool. So that's another thing that should have been dealt with. These guys, yeah, I don't think I need... I don't think I need that roboport anymore. Actually, is that... No, I think I will. I think several of those roboports will be important, but these ones, if everything is done, won't be, so we can get rid of these guys and just kind of recover those resources. And both of those can be deconstructed by this roboport, so that's all fine. Okay, need to finish building the rest of that train station, which means I need, in fact, everything. But here's some copper, and you guys ran out of steel. Interesting, but you also still don't have walls, so that's also semi-interesting. But I do have, yeah, I've got a ton of steel. Okay. And then I've got a bunch of this stuff. This is buffering again. Let's not be doing that, because I'm pretty sure that over here I had this stuff for exactly this reason. Sure, a bunch of those things. Yeah, and then let's find some storage places to give the bots the belt we made and the undergrounds and those things, and then also these things. And hopefully that's enough. Oh, and I also wanted a radar. I guess it's going to have to be there. Whatever is going to give us most of the coverage we need, isn't it? So this is doing pretty fine. We also don't have this plugged in as a fuel source yet, but we're gonna run down the copper buffer a bit by getting more of this processing happening. But we do need, and this is a bit of a concern, we do need to be processing the uranium. And then these guys are also just, yeah, not getting all the stuff built. But hopefully we are getting more iron through at the moment. So hopefully that works better. What were these guys? Oh, these guys needed steel. Let's bring them a giant hand-fed shipment of steel. Let's just take all of that and dump it in here, because we're not actually bothering to automate that yet. But these guys will be fine for a long while, especially as these guys hadn't even taken all the red metal off the belt, because we were still short on stone, which has been somewhat addressed. Sure. So the thing I wanted to do is, yeah, this train station still needs to get its stuff done and isn't. And I guess I can help this by not that. That was the wrong thing, and it's being spread in a couple of different places, and that's mildly annoying, but now it is fine. Okay, all of this. Yeah, so I'm getting. Actually, it's all fine. All these guys are taking things off the belt. We just haven't built the rest of the thing yet, which will probably happen as we get around to. Yeah, so hopefully at this point we've got more iron flowing in. We've got more iron of a bunch of kinds of things flowing in. We've got one. Yeah, at some point I messed something up, and that's going to be fine. It doesn't look like that's going to. Maybe this was even taken off the belt by something that needed copper, or maybe it was split. Anyway, this guy doing the wrong thing looks like it's pretty fine. More ticks, I guess. What even do I need next? I don't think there's really anything I need next. I think we're just going to go into the laser damage more, because whatever. Because I've already unlocked purple and yellow sites. I have already unlocked both purple and yellow sites. I can just go and build those if I actually had, you know, the stuff, which I don't. And then hopefully I should be getting. I'm actually not getting enough iron through. You really want to be able to continue to build your stuff. So actually, this is also not a thing that usually happens, but this will just help us more reliably build the belt. Wait, that isn't even. Yeah, this one doesn't want to be there. This one wants to be just this one. Yeah, this one wants to definitely get iron, but it is because it's here. This guy definitely wants to be able to get iron so it can make all of the belt for here, which we're still kind of short of. But yeah, that's going to back up. That's going to build the rest of this train station. I kind of want to get, because this trade down here that I also don't have a radar for. Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. One of the nice things of this fairly disastrous setup is I can straight up just drive away a partly full train and not care, because everything will kind of correct itself later anyway. Like this entire setup is partly to handle the idea that some of these wagons will be full and others won't, and it'll be a mess. So that's, fine. And yeah, so we're parking. That entire thing did exactly what it should. We're going to throw a radar down like here, so we can have a radar, and then I'm pretty sure I still, in my buffer, should still have, yeah, smelt face iron, this whatever station this is, yeah, you just, and then you've probably also got, you got a bit of fuel, you'll be fine. Go and provide iron. And then, yeah, I should have been on that train, because I actually wanted to go back to the base. That's an unfortunate shame. But yeah, we're now up to nearly 2 lanes of iron, which is fine. And then this is, yeah, okay, so yeah, we're back again. This is completely fine. We've got science, we've got belt for science, we've got belt for there. That's all kind of fine. We're just going to sit on this guy, because this is also going to test the parking, isn't it? It should indeed test the parking, which should also be fine because we've already used it, but it should be signaled properly, and then we should also not crash into anything. And we're down to 1 box of that stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got centrifuges already. Do I not have... Because I'm pretty sure I got uranium processing, which gives me the centrifuge. I'm not making concrete, and I need to be making concrete, so that's interesting. Because yeah, there's a couple of other products in here. So the way this set of mods changes the uranium processing is you no longer need the acid to mine it, which might be why we're getting as much of it as we are getting stone and coal, but you do need the sulfuric acid to process it in an intermediate step in more assembling machines, which is going to be a thing. And then there's 2 different grades of enriched uranium in addition to depleted uranium, which we now have to also process, and then eventually fuel cells, but we're not doing that yet. Mostly what I wanted to do is, yeah, this is 10 uranium ore into 1 piece of this yellow cake. I'm pretty sure it's called yellow cake, uranium concentrate. Then this is actually 1-to-1 inputs to outputs, and so is this one, which is a little bit of a shame, but this will still allow me to compress my uranium buffer by a factor of 20, because I think they stack to 100 as well. Like, these ones are stacking to 50, and so that's going to be some way of attempting to not have so much of a buffer problem there. And I was just wondering where and how I would be extracting those and processing them, and it looks like I can just go down this way. Like this spot right here might be a place where I can put some of that processing together. How are you guys doing? Are you 34, 40? Yeah, so it also looks like the ones that are about to run out don't quite mine as fast, but whatever. This is still doing what it needs to. This guy has, yeah, because these are now running on the other kind of fuel, so we don't actually need this thing here at all. Sure, we're going to keep that as a kind of backup, which is fine. And then this guy is also getting fully fueled, which is also fine. And yeah, so and then we've got, yeah, we do actually have some kind of pollution sneaking through somewhere, And by that I mean like bits of copper on the iron belt. I'm not entirely sure how or where, but it's probably fine. Then, yeah, this actually, oh, this is, yeah, we'll turn those around so we actually start to buffer iron again, and that's fine. And then, I think it's going to be close to episode length, but it's not actually going to be episode length yet. This actually looks like it wants to be a, am I still in? No, because I took them away. And I also didn't have it myself, whatever. Yeah, we'll deal with that later, but this is likely to be a non-intersection crossing, which is going to be fun. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, let's find ourselves some fuel. The train's coming. Doesn't look like the train's coming. What are bots complaining about not having? Radars. I've got radars. Let's just presume that that's going to be uneventful and fine. And yeah, radars over here. Did I actually have... Oh, I don't. This is going to be a problem as well. This wants to be like here. So the way that way the other train will actually be able to use this section while this train is here. And you know, that's all fine. We can do that. We can just drive through here. And yeah, needed to figure out how to process all this uranium. And the thing is, I also need acid. And acid is currently only over here, but does have a surplus. So I think that's going to be the first thing, is we may as well, because of how we're doing this, we may as well, especially as we have locos and fluid wagons, may as well put acid on a train, because we're also going to be making blue ships at some point, and don't know how that's going to work either, but the idea of having all this acid on a train, still worthwhile. So, we need a train station. How much space do I actually need for a train station of this size? And the answer is, if I move some of these things, it'll actually fit there. I could also, yeah, it's not going to have the turning circle to fit there, is it? I could also put it, could I put a station like this over here? Maybe, but like it doesn't, I no longer like that, as opposed to all these other things which are, you know, completely fine. Can I get, so I could get, I think I could actually get, and so I might, that's actually kind of in the wrong place, it wants to be here. So why is this back up, and should I be concerned? Is it just the coal? It is kind of the coal, isn't it? Which is a bit of a problem because this also... Yeah, I just need to be smelting more stuff so I can have... But I'm also not getting that much copper in, which probably means I'm limited on the amount of coal that I can be using. You know, let's just put that back. We'll continue to deal with that more with that later. Okay. So if all this stuff goes away, and I don't actually have a splitter, which is a bit of a shame because I was going to use a splitter. You know what? Bring me some splitters. I will deal with that later. Because this actually wanted to be from back here, didn't it? Something like that. In which case we kind of need to still get all of you off. Yeah, we get all of you off the belt. Yeah, because this is about. Oh wait, no, we can't. Because these guys are trying to pick coal off the belt to fuel this train. They'll be fine for a while. We can do that in a different place. But I wanted these so that those guys could split like that to empty these belts off. And they've also got, I mean, they've still got a couple of boxes of stuff there, so that's fine. These guys then needed to be redirected this way so that I can fit a train station somewhat like this in here. Yeah, it looks like it'll go there, won't it? After I move everything else out of the way, I can absolutely have an acid station, like, just there. Then all of this stuff can disappear, and I might have to Control V this again. Yeah, I might have to put this back again afterwards, and then I'm gonna need a method for fueling both of these trains. So I'm not super concerned about. This is in the way. Did that just also cut power to all of? That's actually not going to be quite enough space, is it? It does actually need to be here, because otherwise I won't be able to get the signals in that separate it from the rest of the track. So we're going to do that. Not quite true. We're going to get rid of all of this stuff first. And then we're going to disconnect this guy too. I think I might have disconnected my mining outposts. Oh no, they're still away. Sure. Resiliency. We're going to put that there. This is going to be acid. And yeah, this needs to be reconnected. Those need to be reconnected. Bots can help me with that. And we're going to have an acid train here, which I need to signal slightly more carefully. I think two wagons of acid is going to be way more than I need. But whatever. Then, yeah, I guess we just. Why are you empty? Wait, are you guys full on something? You're full on petroleum gas. So that makes a degree of sense. Where is this going to go, and how am I going to make it not completely in the way, but only partly in the way? Yeah, sure, we'll do that, that'll be fine. And then I should have something like this that I can copy somewhere, which will fit here, and we'll actually go this way. Okay, so I think I'm going to need to expand. I think actually this guy's going to need to turn into one of these, because he's going to need to do more work. Okay, and then we've got the same kind of fuel problem, but we will at least now have a train making acid which is connected to the network in the right way. So that's fine. This train can in fact go everywhere, which is cool. Are my iron trains doing the things that they need to be doing? Yes, things are just blocked, and they are blocked on uranium, which is actually the thing that we were trying to address. So that's worthwhile. Okay, so let's pretend that that's fine, even though it kind of isn't, and go and figure out how to make, because I think the uranium build, after we actually have a build, is reasonably straightforward in this instance. I think I want to do, yeah, let's see if we can get some of this stuff out of the way, because all of this is just copper, except that, yeah, let's just do all of this again. The bots can just alt-D a thing, because this thing also no longer wants to do that, even though this wants to have its kind of input split. But we want. If I get this out of the way, and then I have splitters. Yeah, this is gross, but will work, I believe. So this here, yeah, this is the stuff that kind of floated through, I guess. And then I've also got stones or whatever. Yeah, this will give us some method of emptying the uranium onto this belt at a rate of something. We got to get this copper out of the way as well. Yeah, that's going to be, you know, a decent enough way of getting copper out of the way. And then one over here. And then I actually don't have belt, but that's fine because the bots should at this point. You can just go underneath there, whatever. And then the copper wants to go into some combination of these two belts, right? The copper actually really wants to go into this one here. And then this one here, actually kind of worthless. Cool, refactoring. Things will end up cleaner, won't they? Actually, that wants to go, because this belt. Yeah, sure, whatever. There we go. Copper mining. And so we've got some uranium here. I need another train station for acid, which I think, can I actually... Yeah, that was fine. That wasn't close at all. Yes, we can do that. We've got... Do we have build range on all of these? I do only just have build range on all of this, but I will need more build range. But yeah, we've got... Oh wait, this also means I don't actually need the centrifuges yet, and centrifuges actually won't be useful because the only thing the centrifuges do is turn something that's already 20 of things into low and high. The real compression comes when I'm using assembling machines to turn the uranium ore into this other yellow cake stuff. So that's, I think, the value we're going to attempt to get at this point. So we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do a pretty normal thing, I guess. You know, we'll do this kind of thing. We'll have more of this going up here. I also don't know how long that recipe takes. It's likely to be quite a long recipe. 12, so it's basically one item per second, not modified by crafting speed. So I'm actually still going to need... Oh wait, this is also not going to work, is it? This is not going to work because I need to get... Yeah, this is the thing I want, but I also need to be able to get the acid in. So maybe I don't do it here at all. I'll just carry it. It's fine. Maybe we do a thing that's kind of like how rocket fuel gets set up, where we have that on the outside, and then we have another one of these. Do I want to move this over a bit more so I can attempt to fit more in? You give me those things. I think the answer to that is... I mean, I'm not saving a whole lot of space, am I? It's only just worth, but it's probably still worth. Anyway, this can go here, and then... Yeah, we'll have just more of this going this way. Apparently this is all I'm going to get until I actually get around to moving half the copper out the way, because this one here can't even exist. These four here are the ones that are going to exist on the other side. So that's no, I don't want the pipes, and yeah, just like that. And then we can have this thing here. So eventually, and this will actually just be processing it into a different buffer. But I think I might even just put those on a train and just take them somewhere else. Can I? I could also divert this around and put a bit more in here, because I could have another... Actually, there's no... Oh no, there's space because this guy doesn't need to exist. The copper could go all the way around, and then I could have another little block of this stuff here. You know what I could do? Yeah, we're going to do that. Is that coal? That is coal. if there's some amount of stuff that's kind of in the way, and you want a lot of that resource, and b, it all to go away quickly, I can do this thing, and we'll do the same setup like that. Then we need one of these things, and this will give us basically a whole belt of copper. So that's going to give us a whole belt of copper. I don't actually need a whole belt of copper, do I? I only need half a belt of copper. And so this copper patch, this 20k, is going to run down real fast, which is nice, because then it won't be there, and we'll have to solve some other problems. But in the meantime, we've got a lot of this stuff in my inventory. This stuff not backing up yet because we made a little bit of space by putting it on the belt. What I do want is run across the tracks. That's fine. I've got one more station. That's not quite where I want it to be. I want the station to be like just here to get a little more space, because this, do I have, I do actually have enough space to unload those there as well, don't I? And so this pattern here, these guys aren't fueled yet, are they? It's fine. Also wants to be, this is going to be, acid for rocks, because whatever, that's not ambiguous at all. And then let's do the same thing where you can enter any action. Let's put it there because it's not going to fit. We'll put it here and here, and then this thing definitely has space. And this train down here that has not very much can still just go to acid, full cargo, acid for rocks, empty cargo, go and do that. And this thing is actually, this has been, what even is this path this is going to take? Because these are kind of configured to be taking different directions. It had to go around a loop. It probably went around this loop. So that it could come out of the thing going essentially anti-clockwise, or clockwise around this loop, but then do something else to end up being able to go clockwise here. So we're going to need to, can I even, I have this turning radius, it's like over here, but I don't think we worry about that yet. I think at this point we just set this guy to manual, and he's also run out of fuel, so that's pretty funny. But we then need, do I still have this in my paste buffer? I do. So it's going to go there. We're going to do this with one of these guys instead, because then we can bring this all the way over here. I don't know if I have pumps at the moment, do I? Can I even make pumps? Unclear, but this is the acid we've got at the moment, and then this is going to be able to supply. No trains coming? What am I short on? I'm short on So this guy's doing fantastic work. We're getting a lot of copper out of this, which probably means we're running down the coal buffer again, because this guy is fully engaged, and which means that these guys are fully engaged, which means that plastic is fully engaged, which means I don't actually need this thing anymore to be pulling a lot of coal off the belt. So we're running down the coal buffer, so that's cool. We've got this output lane of stuff that needs to go somewhere, and I think what we're actually going to do, I don't know where that's going, but I've got a feeling it's going somewhere a long way away. So we're going to run this back under the train, and then under this train as well. And each of these bits of yellow cake is 10 pieces of uranium ore, and I think this also stacks to can I figure out what this stacks to? 24. I don't have enough of this to figure out what it stacks to yet, unless it actually tells me in the tooltip. I think it's 100. Doesn't really say. Also known as yellow cake. Yeah, it's part of a slightly more realistic version of nuclear fuel processing. That's fine. I have put reputable coverage on all of that. Okay, so if I'm putting this on a train because I have a huge amount of this junk to a warehouse somewhere else, that train can go there, because why not? Let's signal this bit of rail again, because there's also going to have to be a thing here and here, and then in here we're going to need, yeah, just kind of in the middle of, I wonder if I do have this other kind of, that's not the, neither of those are the output trains I wanted, but this kind of loading station here is what I wanted. Except it's going to come from that direction, isn't it? And then we're going to have, I don't actually have any more train stations, but it's still going to line up with this, which means that here, and then I also need to figure out how to bring these trains fuel. So then we've got a junk train that's turning up to bring us nice stuff. So I think, what even is my power grid like at the moment? The other quirk of the way the mining outpost is set up is that it becomes more difficult to tell what my power grid is doing, because there are parts where the mining drills turn on and then are largely inactive for the rest of the time, because they're spitting out 8 belts of stuff. I'm consuming maybe 2 belts of stuff. I mean, I'm consuming at most 2 belts of stuff because I got 2 belts coming off this train. So like the long-term plan will be to just to deal with this by having more stations in parallel, which is why all this space is available. Until then, I mean, this is also the other reason why tanks and steam engines instead of accumulators, or just like as well as accumulators, will be good for handling the kind of load that this guy's spitting out. Because it peaks and troughs. Like at the moment there's no load from it. In other situations there's also like more pollution on the map now, which is great. In the sense that like guys are going to be bringing me, oh, these guys are already out of bullets. Gonna have to do something about that as well. And this thing is almost full, which is, fine. And this thing is just hanging around there. Yeah, what do I need? I need pumps and I need stations. And then this guy actually needs power. Where am I? I am standing over here. Yeah, so now this stuff. Okay, so now we've got a way of... And is this... Wait, did I completely balls that up? I completely balls that up. This... Okay, you guys... This is... No, just don't. Don't do that either. Do that. Okay, so I'm going to end up with... Am I going to end up with some uranium in storage? No, because I'm going to do that. But the thing... Yeah, this is kind of a bit of an issue. This needs to be back here, so that I can still have... Yeah, the other quite important part of that station, as it turns out... Which one is it? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, these... The ability to actually put things on a train is pretty crucial. So we're going to do that. Except now we've got a bunch of these other long power pole ghosts in the way. That was unnecessary. Never mind. Okay, I think we're still... Overall, we're pretty happy, though. This is going to continue in through here, and then these boxes are going to do a thing, and the yellow cake that it stacks to 100, yeah, stacks to 100. So that's great, because it means that these 8 chests will be... Let's also throw these down. Getting distracted again. This actually needs to be forwards a little. I mean, I could have done it by lining... Yeah, let's do it the other way around, by actually lining up the wagons that I can actually see. And then this can be a double-headed train. And yeah, now, what the situation we've got is this giant buffer of uranium of... what's that? 8x4, 32 boxes of stuff, because we are processing this into this other product at a rate of 10 to 1, and then they're stacking 20 times better, or 10 times better. 10 times better? They're stacking twice better. The material rate compression itself is 10 times as good. So these two kind of will actually deal with the fact that those two are probably a larger buffer than this, but then we're probably just putting this somewhere else. Like, I still don't know what my long-term plan for dealing with it is, other than maybe blowing it up, because we're just going to have so much of it. But we're actually nearly at big biters. 97.5, yeah, 97.5, which means we're going to have some other things to deal with, because that's probably going to be a slight diversion. And so actually, the last thing I'm going to do, after running over this thing, these guys are, yeah, I'm also kind of running down the acid with these, but that's probably fine. A larger acid build is a thing we're going to want. We're running down the coal buffer as well, which is nice, because it means that, yeah, this is good. Everything should be mostly flowing at this point. The massive supply of copper is, yeah, the outpost is taking priority on the copper. All of the stone I'm just using, all of the iron is backing up, but that's also fine. I'm emptying the coal buffer. This buffer is probably reducing, so that's good. The last thing we're going to do, for which I'm going to need one more chemical plant, is steel for the chemical plant. Yeah, steel for the chemical plant. We're going to put the batteries back here, because let's just build 11 more of those, whatever. Okay, let's not do that. Let's grab some of these and then do, yeah, 10 more of those. Yeah, this plan needs to go back to the batteries, because one of the quirks of big biters that we'll almost definitely see, I should get rid of these first, that we'll almost definitely see next time, is various biters with immunities to various different kinds of... That's probably unnecessary. In fact, it's super unnecessary. Yeah, various different kinds of immunities versus various different kinds of damage. So that's going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with. The way we're going to deal with that is putting lasers around the place. And oh yeah, these actually need to be set. Yeah, I really need to up my acid production now. I think I can do that by... Yeah, we can... Oh yeah, I've got one of these, it'll be fine. Because this can go... Yeah, prioritize this way. And then you also get any of that you want. So this guy's now fed by... And then this one can also go to one speed module. So this is still not great. It's better, but it's still not great. Give me this back, because you don't want it. Then these guys want that stuff. I've still got about 2,000 rail, so that's fine. These guys are now making batteries. Are you making batteries? Yeah, you're making batteries. So that's fine. Batteries going on this belt means that... Oh, did I make a ton of these? Because I did kind of want to make a ton of these, yeah. Because these will be useful for making more mining drills later, but I don't think I need that many yet. Then these things here will be... Actually, this just wants to be... I need a couple more undergrounds to make sure that the batteries don't wander off and that they can all get into the laser things. Yeah, if I had any more just blue research to do, that would be helpful. So this one wants to go through here, and then this one wants to go here. And this will mean that... Okay, we're wasting a little bit of batteries. The batteries will... I'll have like 8 batteries caching there, but all of these batteries... In fact, this one doesn't need to exist now, it can just go like that. Yeah, all of these batteries can be either here or in here. And yeah, now we're making more laser turrets. yeah, making more laser turrets. Going to be running myself out of the acid. There's a couple of trains that don't have long-term train fuel plans. Definitely mining more copper. Definitely mining a lot more things. Definitely polluting a lot more, because we've now got. Yeah, this is kind of backing up. Is this one backing up? It is. Yeah, because I'm also just not getting through the rate of... Why is blue science not producing? Blue science should be producing. Oh, it's military science. Military science is not producing because of walls. Okay, fine. Is there actually any other blue ticks that I want instead? We'll do that. And then everything else is kind of military. The only other blue ticks I have are behemoths who I don't know exist yet, so won't process them. Nuclear power is... I mean, it goes into reprocessing. What goes into... Nuclear weapons doesn't actually need this at all, does it? Nuclear weapons does need the Coverix, but doesn't need nuclear power. And I don't think I actually need... I can just do Coverix now. So, I mean, we may as well do this anyway, because it's going to be kind of useful, and then we'll go back to doing the laser damage. And yeah, this is maybe a bit of episode length, but we're kind of stable now. We've got some train mining, we've got a lot more pollution, we've got a car that I left over here that I guess I'm going to go and have to get at some point. These guys are doing good things, they're going to be fine. This belt might have more copper on it, because we're topping it up from here, but it also kind of doesn't. And 19 miners, mining productivity 2 maybe. So that's all. Yeah, that's all pretty fine. There's going to be a couple of things to deal with before the bigs start to arrive, but otherwise we've just got. Yeah, we're in a place now where we can. Why do I not have? Yeah, I have the vision goggles things, but it doesn't work on the map. Yeah, we're at a place now where we're kind of getting enough stuff done, other than the stone, which is still going to be interesting. And let's just check if there's any more. I may have just scanned this area to the extent that I can, because I can get another couple of belts out of those miners just because of how effective they are, but more iron would be nice, purple science would be nice, yellow science would be nice. I think that means a mixed build, but we're going to have to do weird shenanigans like this for the mixed build, because the mixed build also has mixed ore. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, overall pretty good. Yeah, sure.